Informative classics. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into today's video. Mikey Williams. Jay-Z said in a song a long time ago, "I've seen hoop dreams deflate like a true fiend's weight." Now, what we are witnessing, guys, with Mikey Williams may be one of those hoop dreams that are deflating. There was another basketball prodigy, I want to say, that got into an altercation on January 15th with a female in a car. He and his homeboy was outside the car dancing around, trying to get the attention of her and her cousin. This female's name was Jamia Jonee Harris. The two young men believed that they saw Jamia's party reaching for a gun, and they went and retrieved the gun. A shootout ensued, and Jamia Harris ended up dead. This led to Darius Miles, who was a star at Alabama on the basketball team, no longer being on the basketball team and now being charged with murder. So it's a remnant of this case when I think about Mikey Williams, because that's another guy's hoop dreams who have deflated. I can't remember the name of this other guy, but I'm showing you him right now when the judge mentioned that he got life. What wound up happening was, I believe, don't quote me on this story, he ended up killing his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend for some odd reason, and he wound up getting life. And it was said that he was really good in basketball. So we also know about the Ja Morant situation. Ja Morant currently has 29 game suspension because he took it upon himself to brandish a gun not once but twice online, which is not something that I would think a person of his stature would do, but that's what he did. Guys, is it Memphis? Is it the state? Is Memphis that bad? Somebody in the comments right now, is Memphis that bad that both Ja Morant and Mikey Williams have to put on this behavior in order to be in Memphis? What the hell is going on? So, guys, Mikey Williams, right? He's facing 9 felony charges for a March 17th shooting that left one person injured. And he's facing 6 counts of assault with a weapon and 2 counts of making a threat. And it says he now faces 30 years if he's convicted. The trial starts on December 14th. Now, open season for the basketball team is November 6th, but Mikey will not be playing when they open up. He's currently taking classes online. And with all of this going on, he's also lost his $3.6 million endorsement deal with Puma as well. Now, I guess in Mikey's defense, no one says they saw Mikey with a gun. Excuse me, they said they didn't see him shoot a gun, but they did see him with a gun with a red laser on it, and he did, make the threat to some of the people in the party. Also, the police went and looked at the Uber that had the bullet holes in it. So, I mean, this is not a self-defense case as the Darius Miles case turned out to try to be. He tried to use self-defense. This is a case of someone who was said to have been very angry with the guests and threatened them. And as they were leaving, these people were fired upon. And Mikey Williams, being the person that's most known there, could be the only reason why they said his name, because they know him specifically if this does turn out to be an innocent verdict. Tupac once said when he was being charged with rape that because I was the most known person in the room, the female chose to pick me out of everybody else because I was the most known person in the room. And a lot of times this happens, which means if you're some type of popular celebrity or you are some type of person of importance in the community, you should not find yourself in places where you could be blamed for something if something was to go left. And because Mikey was in this crowd of people, whoever did whatever, if he said it wasn't him, he now finds himself under public scrutiny because of what happened. Now, 30 years in prison. Mikey is now 19, I believe. So he won't get out until he's 49. Yeah. Wow. And he'll be one of those, hood stories of a guy who used to be really good and can, jump out of the gym, was a prospect, but came under fire when he made a stupid decision to fire upon a vehicle while leaving, putting him in jail for 30 years. Guys, this has to be something that stands as something you don't want to do as a person, or if you are a basketball prodigy and you just so happen to listen to this video or know somebody who is hanging around with the wrong crowd and you just so happen to listen to this video, explain to them, is the crowd worth the entertainment? Because if it is, then where you can go is definitely not where you're headed. You can go far, get many endorsement deals, become one of the best known NBA players of all time. Or you can continue to hang with the crowd and you can be known as one of the toughest SOBs of all time. And for some reason, it seems as though so many young black men want to be known as the toughest SOBs of all time. Not the greatest of all time. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know what it stems from. Somebody can probably help me out in the comments to let me know why so many young men of African descent, black men, feel as though they need to put on this tough guy persona. Why? What is it coming from? You might say, hey, well, some of them come from the hood and they have to, be reconditioned and they have to have intervention in order to learn how to present themselves correctly. Yeah, I get it. But if you're not from the hood, why would you just hang around hood people in order to seem like you're from the hood? Or if you're not from the ghetto, why would you be around ghetto activity in order to place yourself in a ghetto mindset? I don't get that. So what we might be witnessing again is somebody's hoop dreams deflating because of the decisions that they made as a young man. And there's young men all over the world, young black men all over the world. Drill music is in Britain and everything. All over the world who want to focus more on being tough than being smart. And in this situation here, Mikey Williams chose to be tough and not smart. And this is if he's guilty. Because if he's guilty, this is going to be an extreme blow to his whole career as a basketball player and whatever he could have been able to become later on in life. He goes to jail, and who knows what's going to happen to him in there. He'll take on a whole different persona, a whole different attitude. He might spend 2 years in solitary, might not be able to get out into Gen Pop for a while. And now you go from being the biggest thing to ever happen to high school basketball to becoming the biggest disappointment. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about this, guys. I mean, I learned about Mikey from a YouTuber that I watch that always does videos on young prospects. And I was, impressed with him. More impressed than LeBron's son, if y'all want to be serious. I was more impressed with Mikey Williams. And I think Mikey Williams is better than Bronny. Comment right now if you believe that. I believe Mikey Williams is better than Bronny. And I believe he would have been more successful than Bronny. But now, because of this mistake, he may not be much of a success at all. Y'all remember the movie with Denzel Washington, He Got Game? If you don't remember, I'll give you a quick outlook on it. Denzel Washington's character in He Got Game was nice at basketball, but he spent a lot of his time shooting around in prison other than shooting around in the NBA. He then talked to the character who you all know as, what is this guy's name? His name is not coming to me right now. I got a picture of him showing him to you right now and his name. But he then goes to talk to him about how he could become the greatest, how he could make it out of the hood, and how he could not be a disgrace. Because in the ghettos, there are so many dudes that can play ball, but they're trapped in the ghetto mindset. And a lot of them, they see their hoop dreams deflating because of the decisions they decided to make. Guys, I hope somewhere in this video I have been informative. I hope somewhere in this video I have helped someone who may see success in the future and may be around some people they may think is going to put them in a position to not be as great as they want to be. And they may struggle with trying to find new company. But you got to ask yourself a question. Would you want to be in a company of greatness, or would you want to be in a company of people who are not allowed to go outside when they want to? The choice is yours. Don't let your hoop dreams deflate. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.